Hashtag BMFM guest
a lot's
game
going
dash.
on. And I'm just not seeing people be creative. I'm seeing them talk a lot. So I'm putting out the trailer, and I wanted to explain the trailer to you for what you're going to see this season. What you're going to see is the first installment of My Paid in Full, the docu-series. What you're going to do is see people that I actually hustled with. George Valdez, you know the movie Scarface? It was based on him. And then we're going to go to the Queen of Harlem, and she's personally my son's godmother, and she takes care of Harlem. You know, my brother Jay Black, who was Rich Porter's lieutenant, and that's who Paid in Full is about. When Rich had to run, and then, you know, the tragedy happened with him. And Steve Mack, who went to school with me too, if you know, you know. You know, I'm broke. This is broke nigga shit. Show me the money. But I'll see you on 17th on BET. Shout out to Louis Carr and my brother Brian. And stay tuned. Things are about to change.
This season, OG Stories presents My Paid in Full. Most OGs get their stories told by other people. The difference here is these OGs get to tell their stories themselves. I happen to know them and can vouch for them. I even hustled with some of them. In the late 80s and early 90s, Harlem was flooded with coke. But the coke came from Colombia via the original cocaine cowboy in Scarface, George Valdez. He's Cuban, but he ran the Colombian cartel when he was 23. When the coke got to Harlem, it went to guys like Fritz and Rich Porter. And the Queen of Harlem, Michelle Smalls, knew Fritz when she was a little girl and learned from him at a young age. And guys like Rich were hitting guys like Jay Black, an original member of the Best Out, which is my crew, and Rich Porter's lieutenant. And after that Paid in Full thing happened, where Rich was tragically killed, there was a drought in Harlem, and my man Steve Mack was the only one with work and still had a plug with the Dominicans. He was also an original member of my crew, The Best Out. I also went to high school with him, and he went on the run for 12 years. He's our hood, catch me if you can. He was also the dude I was really battling with when that infamous battle happened between Jay-Z and DMX. And of course, I had to give the perspective of one of the best lawyers in the country, Dawn Florio. At the time, she was a young DA who eventually became one of the best attorneys in New York, representing all kinds of celebrities. Stories about the OGs from the OG's perspective from the era we all want to know about. My Paid in Full.